Okay, let's make a video about Pythagorean Theorem. Pythagorean Theorem is very famous and you use it a lot in geometry. So basically, the most common letters you will find is ABC, and the formula says that a squared plus b squared is equal c squared. Now there is a demonstration for that, probably we'll do it in another video. And basically a and b, that are the two side squares that you're adding, are the sides that form the 90 degrees angle. That means 90 degrees. And C is the opposite to the 90 degrees. So the one that is opposite, the C, is the one that is along here. So a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Now you have to be careful because it depends on the position, not on the letters. So if I have here the C, here the A, and here the B, I'm putting it in blue so you can see the difference. So now the formula would be a squared plus c squared is equal b squared, because the A and the C are the sides that form in the 90 degrees and the B is opposite to the 90 degrees. Okay, so be careful with that. I'm gonna do another example. Let's suppose that this is X. Put it now in red. This is a Y and this is a Z. So now the formula would be y squared plus x squared is equal z squared. Okay, so this side that is along here is the one opposite to the 90 degrees, and the two that forms the 90 degrees are the ones you're adding squares. So that's the basic Pythagorean theorem understanding. We're gonna do two examples and we're gonna explain. Let's suppose we have z and x. How do we find y? So we're gonna talk about that. Okay, let's take a look at the first example. So in the first example, we have 5 and 7, and we have the c, find c. So basically, according to the formula, we do like 5 squared plus 7 squared is equal c squared. So we work with this. That'll be 25 plus 49 is equal c squared. So it will be 74. 74 is equal c squared. Now what I want is the value of c. I don't want c squared. So what I have to do now is a square root on both sides. So I did square root here, and so this square I cancel with the root, so c will be equal the square root of 74. So you can leave it like this, or you can find the square root on the calculator, or sometimes you can just simplify this. Depends what the exercise is asking you to do. Okay, let's take a look at another example here. This example sometimes gets tricky because now we need to find the b. Okay, so the formula told me that those two sides squared is equal to this one. So let's see, let's write here b squared plus 6 squared is equal 10 squared. Now in this option I have those two. So I need to find the b. What do I do? If this number is adding, we write it here subtracting. So we subtract 6 squared on both sides. That's how you get explained in high school. So b squared is equal 10 squared minus 6 squared. 10 squared is 100 minus 36. B squared here. So this will be 64. So b squared it's equal 64. Now what I have to do is a square root on both sides. Here the square I cancel with the root, so I have b equal, and in this case square root of 64 is 8, so b equals 8. Okay, so that will be the answer for this exercise. So the b, this side here that is missing, is equal 8. Okay, so when you have one of the sides and you have the hypotenuse, you have to subtract. Here you see it. Okay, and we subtract the greater sides minus any of the legs. Those two are called legs. This one's called the hypotenuse. Okay. So when you have the two sides and you're finding the hypotenuse, you add. But when you have the hypotenuse and you need to find one of the sides, you will have to subtract. Okay.